Poetry is an expression. Poetry is distilled words from a sublime inspiration that manifests through a human being. And you cannot replace that manifestation with a goddamn computer. So I ask you, why not own our own technologies and means of production so we can be free? Hello everyone, this is Shawna with DisruptApps LLC, and this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while now. And the original working title was Why I Hate AI, Why I Hate Artificial Intelligence, but I'll expand that to also automation and robotics. And as a creative person who has done all sorts of things all through her life, I've done poetry, science, tech, coding, 3D printing, all sorts of stuff. I love creating things. And I just hate the fact of what AI and big tech has been doing to humanity and just destroying the human experience. And this is a personal video of mine. I'm not going to give away any personal information, but as you can see here, this is a book of poetry that I wrote back in 2012, long before AI and large language models and all that crap was out there. So this book is entitled Poetry and Prose, Atypical Stream of Consciousness, Shawna Brooks. And I've been writing poetry for a very long time. And there is a picture of me when I was young and slimmer, when I was still young and pretty. But here's what I wrote. Powerfully and provocatively, prolific up-and-coming author Shawna Brooks catalogs the fluctuating and evolving stream of consciousness of one mind. Soft and brutal, light and dark, scientific and spiritual, slanted and unbiased, poetry and prose, a typical stream of consciousness shares an intimate perception of the human condition. See, what I wrote there, that is not a computer-generated script. That is not from ChatGPT. That was from years of life experience. Now, looking in here at the page, you know, I published this a few years ago, and I actually need to publish a second edition, but you can see there's a copyright, and it was first published in January 2012. So that was over 13 years ago. As you can see here, I've got quite a few poems. And to date, I've written over 130 different works. And what you're looking at as a poet, as a writer, you can't replace the human experience and the human condition with a goddamn computer. You can't replace it with a goddamn ChatGPT large language models. And a few years ago, and a few years back, I think it was Apple who made a real controversial advertisement about, it had like a giant press that was crushing a whole bunch of like instruments and artistic tools of creation that crushed it. And a lot of people got offended by it. And yeah, I would be too. I am offended by it. Because big tech is destroying our humanity. Because big tech they're destroying our humanity. They're taking away our, I hate to say, value of what it means to be human. When you just get some dumbass out there and writes into ChatGPT prompt to make something, you know, they put it out there and they claim it as their own. When they didn't suffer. See, here's the thing about what AI and this ChatGPT and generative AI crap that I hate, is that computers are made of silicon and rare earth metals. They have no soul. You know, we love our computers and stuff, but servers, computers, all our electronic doodads, they do not have a soul. We as human beings, we have a soul. We have flesh and blood. We have emotions. And this book of 100 or so poems, this has heart and soul into it. This has tears of joy, tears of anger, tears of hate, tears of love. I mean, poetry is an expression. Poetry is distilled words from a sublime inspiration that manifests through a human being. And you cannot replace that manifestation with a goddamn computer. Excuse me for my cursing, but there's a time for cursing, and this is a time for cursing and vulgarities, because AI and artificial intelligence and big tech, they're a vulgarity, they're an insult to our human dignity. And like I said, as a human being, as a writer. You don't just develop writing talent. I haven't released my skills, or I haven't released my poetry to the internet because I don't want artificial intelligence sucking up my passion, my pain, my suffering, my love, my joys, my sorrows, my triumphs, my defeats. I don't want AI sucking it up and demeaning it, denigrating it, and it's insulting. And yeah, I'm ranting here, but I think a lot of people on the internet and a lot of people in the world who pour their life experiences, who do stuff like this, and they pour this stuff out, and they get nothing for it. And big tech comes in here and sucks it up, and then they put it into their large language models, and we get nothing from it. So that's a huge reason why I hate what big tech is doing to humanity. I hate what they're doing to the human experience, the human condition, our collective human knowledge. They're just denigrating it and making the human existence just worthless and disposable and commodified and monetized. And now I'm going to go to my computer here and do some more ranting. Okay, so now I've moved to my laptop to continue my ranting why I hate AI and also robotics and automation. And if you've been watching my videos, you've known that I've been dealing with web bots. And looking here, what you're looking at is a traffic log file that my web hosting company and I have been working to deal with web bots that have been taking down my sites and destroying my server's resources. And in that video, previously I went over what was going on, and this bot log, you come through here and you look at the bottom, there's like 8,634 bot hits in a month. I mean, less than a month. And when I was looking through this log file, looking to see what was what and who was hitting me, ChatGPT, the OpenAI bot, is 3,560 times. So my measly websites, I'm just a nobody on the internet, and ChatGPT's and OpenAI's bots have hit my dinky websites 3,560 times. And I'm a nobody. And could you imagine if you're a somebody and what they're doing? I mean, again, it pisses me off that OpenAI is going out there without my permission, taking my ideas, my thoughts, my intellectual property, and they're just scraping it up and shoving it into their large language models without my consent. And it's frustrating. And yeah, I know that the internet is an open technology, and that's how we get page indexing and how we find each other as an open technology. But it's insulting when big tech and companies like OpenAI take advantage of our gratitude of putting stuff out there on the internet. And I hate it. Over the past 20 or 25 years of social media, we've seen how social media is just having a huge detriment on society, what it's doing to us emotionally, psychologically, the loneliness epidemic, all the social and political strife. It's turned us into a video nation of everyone seeking their 15 minutes of constant fame, people filming, people being bad behaviors. It's causing people to go out and do stupid stuff like flash mobs and licking ice cream and all this aberrant behavior. And that was just social media. And what is AI going to do? I mean, we already hear lots of stories about people cheating on homework and thesis and cheating at work. And what's the point? If AI is just especially ChatGPT and generative AI is just, going to go the way of social media, what it has done to society, what are we looking forward to? What are we doing, people? So I wrote this little thing out this morning, and it goes over why I hate artificial intelligence, why I hate robotics and automation. And it just kind of concisely, as best as possible, puts my feelings and thoughts as to why I hate AI. So, big tech has stolen people's data and has convinced a technically naive public to buy into a generative AI subscription service where consumers are essentially buying back small snippets of humanity's collective data so they can automatically generate content without any effort. They've done this through slick marketing, cool graphics, and shoving AI down our throats. We didn't ask for this crap. Basically, what big tech has done is taken the public library of human knowledge and experience and turned it into a SaaS, software as a service, subscription model, so people no longer need to think critically and creatively. And don't give me this productivity bullshit. If AI can do our jobs, it was a bullshit job in the first place and shows the absurdity of this plantation we call an economy. Big tech is enabling stupidity and makes us intellectually lazy. Big tech and AI are plagiarizing the human condition and the human experience. And people are so willing to give away their souls through social media and applications. And they are so willing to buy their own humanity back as a paid subscription service. What a hell of a business model. A never-ending business model. Over the past 2 decades, big tech and AI have stolen the public library of human knowledge and condition and experience. And people pay for the privilege to know themselves through a screen and to add a GTP prompt. Technology is a tool, and what is so disappointing for me is that technology we have today could liberate and elevate humanity. But because of our socio-economic conditioning, we are allowing a handful of companies to suppress and control us even more. We are not using AI, automation, or robotics to boost crop yields so no human has to go hungry. We are not using AI, automation, or robotics to build products to last longer or to be environmentally sustainable. We are not using AI to make sure all people get basic and competent health care. We are not using automation and robotics to build affordable housing. No, not at all. We are using AI, automation, or robotics just to make more money, design things for planned obsolescence, using AI to design healthcare algorithms to deny insurance and claims that they paid for. And automation and robotics and AI are going to destroy millions of jobs over the next decade, leaving people underemployed, unemployed, with no future. Big tech is out of control, and they want to own every aspect of our lives and eventually leave you jobless and dependent on them. Is that the society you want to live in? And the deep reason why I hate, now getting to the meat of the matter, here's why I hate AI, automation, and robotics. And the deep reason why I hate AI, automation, and robotics are not the technologies themselves, but rather that people have been conditioned to be subservient to the system and big tech and are too lazy to take control over their own freedom with the very technologies we have today. We are so close for the working class to finally be free, to have liberty, but the vast majority of people are still too lazy or too complacent or too fearful or too scared or bowing to peer pressure, bowing to what they've been taught all their lives. They're too lazy or too complacent or too scared to take ownership of their freedom. And big tech has intentionally made your wage slavery tolerable with technology. So I ask you, why not own our own technologies and means of production so we can be free?